what we're going to look at today is we're going to look at some ideas, some sketches for our belly band that is going to go around the Wind Me Up. Now this is the little packaging that's going to slot around it like so. Like that's going to go around it. And what we're going to focus on is we're going to focus on different layouts that we can use for our ideas, and hopefully by now you've had an opportunity to watch the videos we've put up about unity, contrast and depth, because they're the ones that we're going to focus on showing in our designs. First thing I need you to do is get a pencil or a pen, and we're going to put the head in up the top, ideas. Now just like all our sketching, we want to have a nice sharp pencil, and we're going to do nice light construction lines to show some guidelines where I'm going to write the idea here. So I'm just going to, neat as I can, write the word ideas. And then the belly band is long and thin. So we're thinking about proportions. You want a long thin belly band along the page there. So in two nice light construction lines, I'm going to go from there to there. And what I like to do is go back and forward a few times until I'm ready to then draw that in. A gap about 20mm, and then the same underneath. I'm just going to straighten that bit up there. Try not to move my paper, but usually I would turn it to the side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to darken that in just so you can see that a little bit better on the camera. And like always, you want to come up with a few different ideas before we then move forward with our final one. So you would repeat that process a few more times down the page, maybe 3 or even 4 if you've got room. So what do I want on this belly band? I definitely want shape. So we can use the shapes for our tracings, the triangles, the hexagons, the squares. We could take inspiration from that. We want the title. So the title of Wind Me Up, or if you want to think of another slogan, by all means you can. And we want to think about colour. Now when it comes to colour, I think we're going to limit your colour to 2 different colours. But what you can do is you can have the 2 different colours, and you could add in your black pen, and also we've got the white space there as well that we can use in our designs. I'm sure there's a video as well up on colour, so when we come to pick colours, you might want to pick 2 contrasting colours or 2 harmonising colours. I've just gone for a simple grey and a blue. So where do I want my writing and where do I want my shape? Well, my writing is going to be the most dominant thing, so I'm going to put that on this one right in the middle. Again, just 2 guidelines, and neat as I can, I'm just going to stick with Wind Me Up. And I've done it off to the side on purpose just to get a little bit offset. And what I think I'll do on this bigger space is I'm going to draw in the triangle shape, a couple of triangle shapes, just sketching some of the shapes, different sizes, and see how that looks, see what shapes I've got. It might even be quite nice to have something in the background there to create some depth as well. And then again over this side. Now it's nice light construction, so I could change my mind at any point if I think it's looking too busy or there's too much going on. So I'm going to get my blue, and I'm going to take some of these shapes that I've just created, and I'm going to darken in some of them with the colour. So I think I'm going to go for this one here and add a little bit of colour. It's quite a big bold shape on this side. And then I'm going to do the same on there, but because that's so much blue, I might just take that little bit of that triangle shape there. So we're just really experimenting with positioning of our elements, and we're really trying to think about unity. So remember, that's repeating colour, repeating shapes. I want to darken that in a little bit more. And all to do darkening, all I'm doing, I'm just pressing a bit harder with pencil. I'm going to take my grey. I'm going to fill that space in. Now that's quite a big bit of detail on this side of the paper, of the idea, I should say. Like that there. Okay, quite like that. Then what I might do, which I didn't do my other ideas that I practiced with earlier, I might actually put a wee bit more colour into the title, because just now that blue is quite bold. It'd be nice to get more of this kind of grey tone and just to even that up a little bit, like that. And I'm going to focus on the other side. So I've kind of got a similar pattern, and I might want to make it symmetrical on that side, or I might want to even add a little bit blue into this part here, just to create a wee bit more interest, a wee bit more focus right on that title, like that. I have drawn some shapes behind that, like that, and then I'll go back with my pen as well. That's going to make that stand out even more, especially with that blue in the background. Wind me up. Okay, I might even, I've got a lot of triangles going this way, it might be an idea to have a triangle going this way, just to bring some attention to the top of that. And I'm just playing around, I'm just putting in gaps. Don't want to put too much in, keep some of that white space, but just kind of plugging in some of the shapes in the gap there. But often it's quite nice just to keep the idea quite simple, like that. And I think I will do the same over here as well. Here we go. And on this side, maybe not do as much as on this side. I could play around, and then what I could do is my next idea, if I feel like, or maybe that was a bit too much, I could take some away, maybe have a more simpler design, or have smaller shapes in there as well. You could look at the example we've put up as well. And I did that a couple of times. That was probably my third attempt at it, because I think you change your mind. Oh, sorry about that. Should really have my phone off, shouldn't I? There we go. There's one of the ideas. Hope we could see that okay in there. One of the ideas, all I've thought about is the shapes, unity, creating this blue and the grey, and then the wind me up, and that would then be quite a simple idea, quite a lot of detail here, the title there, and then repeating these shapes. And if I never added these in, I think that draws your attention up there and kind of frames that. So like I said, I would do another one here, another one here, and another one here. And you can refer to the teacher's example for some more ideas. And we're focusing on the shape, the title, colour, design element principle, unity, creating some depth by layering, and even contrast is something that we look at as well, and I'm sure there's lots of videos with information on that as well. Okay,